What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. Well, as you saw from the title of the video and of course the beginning of this video, yes, I'm gonna do an LS swap on my Nova. Now, this Nova, as I've said from the very beginning, is a cruiser. And a couple years ago, for my line of work, I actually drive a lot. I drive a lot. I really put some miles on the car. And the car that I had got into an accident and it was totaled. Well, the only other car I had was the Nova. And well, the Nova became my daily driver, a true daily driver. And I put some serious miles on the car. And so in that time frame where the car became a daily driver, I really got to see the gas consumption of this car. Now, after I started driving it, I decided to upgrade or do an upgrade on the 454 and put an Edelbrock E Street EFI 2, thinking that if I put some fuel injected carburetor on top of my Nova, I get some benefits of the performance from better fuel atomization, and of course I thought I would get better gas mileage. Did it work? Just a little. It did give me a little bit of gas mileage. I went from around 12-ish miles per gallon to 13, 14 miles per gallon. I was okay with that. I mean, it was fine for a 454. It was fine. And with the E Street EFI, it was okay. I mean, I wasn't extremely happy about it, but it did the job and it was extremely reliable. I mean, this 454 gave me a lot of miles per gallon, as people like to say. So now, because the car is a cruiser and because the E Street EFI 2 didn't satisfy my needs for better fuel mileage, well, in the back of my mind, I always thought about doing an LS swap. So one day I went online and I started, looking around to see the pricing of the LS3 engine. And well, I saw the price and then I did some more digging and I came across a 2013 Chevy Camaro that had only 54,000 miles. And you'll see a photo of that right now. So you saw the car, and it was a 2013 Chevy Camaro Hot Wheels edition, and it was hit from behind. That's pretty much the only thing wrong with it. I did the Carfax and everything on it. It was just hit from behind. Nothing was wrong with the engine. Nothing was really wrong with the front end. So I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and get that car. Now the package deal that I purchased was pretty much, I bought the car, but I didn't want the shell. I wanted everything else. So engine, transmission, every wiring harness on the car, which it was a convertible. So I even got the door locks. I mean, everything, all of that stuff was included as far as the wiring is concerned. I got the fuel tank, the drive shaft, even the center console, the body control module, everything, even the GPS system that it had, just basically everything about the car except the shell, except the actual body. And they put it all in the crate and shipped it over to me. And as you saw from the beginning of the video, I was extremely excited to open that crate. I mean, the L99 engine, I chose that engine because I wanted the automatic transmission. Now let me touch on why I chose the L99 engine over the LS3 engine. Now, the L99 engine and the LS3 engine are pretty much the same engine. The L99 has a little bit less compression, and it also has variable valve timing, VVT. And then of course, they made that engine with an automatic transmission. Now, I wanted an automatic transmission. That's what this car is. It's just basically a cruiser. It's not a race car or anything. I like to just drive. I don't want to be shifting gears. You know, I'm past that. So I don't. I didn't want the transmission that goes along with the LS3, which in part is why I went with the L99. Now the LS3 engine has a little bit more compression, but it lacks the VVT. And so the VVT, in my mind, is a little bit better for fuel mileage. I mean, that's pretty much what VVT is for, is to get a little bit more fuel mileage out of it. And of course, well, if this is a cruiser and I want to be driving it rather than racing around with it, well, my interest will go towards the VVT. And that's why I went with the L99. Now, the L99 will go through an extensive makeover. So we will cover that in future videos, definitely. And I will try my best to show you every step of the way as I, make that L99 engine an L99 LS3 hybrid engine, and of course the swap, the actual swap, where I put the L99 LS3 engine into the Nova. So without further ado, the next clip we're going to look at the L99 engine right from after I got it off the truck and got it in my garage. And I basically didn't want to mess with the wiring harness at all, so I went ahead and purchased the PSI Conversions wiring harness, plugged it in. It's just basically plug and play, and you'll get to see me actually start that engine for the very first time. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But before we do so, if you have not subscribed already, or if you're new to the channel, go ahead and take a few seconds to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget that notification bell so that you get notified when I upload a video. And of course, hit that like button, just a little click, and we're golden. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job showing you what I did to my Nova, the Reborn project. And of course, it's for that YouTube algorithm. It helps out the channel greatly, and I would definitely appreciate it. So, let's get into the video. And as always, I hope you enjoy, and thank you very much for watching. Let's go check out that engine. Okay, here's my L99 engine. I got it hooked up with a PSI wiring harness, and I got the transmission hooked up. Let's get you focused there. And I have a battery charger for my battery, just in case. It's 12.9 volts, so it should be enough. I have the gas pedal, which is drive-by-wire. I have my starter switch, which I'm using a brake switch to do the starting. So when I press the button, starter will engage. The PSI harness didn't come with a starter wire, so I'm using the original factory harness to get my starter to engage, but I have one on order. This right here is the key on for the computer, so when I hook this up, it's like if I turn the key. I have my OBD2. Let's see if you can get that there. So OBD2, the MAXIC scan, so that I can see what's going on with the engine. Fuse panels over here, engine computer is there, and here's the engine. So the fuel system, I have basically a hose to the fuel line, or fuel line hose going all the way to my Ellebrock fuel system. So it's going to be filtered fuel. I will get fuel from here by turning the key on the Nova, and it will feed fuel to my LS engine, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna start her up and see how it goes. This is the first startup. Never started it before, so this is a big deal for me. Let's see if it works. So we're gonna put on the key on. So I am showing that my mill lamp is on. As you can see, that's the mill lamp. So let's see what code I get. So enter diagnostics. Yes. And then codes found 1. So let's go down to see it. Enter. Read codes. Stored codes. Lost communication with fuel pump control module, which is good because I don't have a fuel pump control module hooked up. I'm using my car, so that's good, but no other codes. Let's see what happens. All right. All right, here we go. Turn on my fuel pump and the Nova. Let's start her up. Okay, so I did the data set and get you focused. RPM is about 600. Spark advance is 10. Temperature is 82 degrees. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, it's running good. Give you a little rev. Probably running out of fuel, sounds like, or it's warming up. Let's see, let's give it some fuel. There we go. So we got it. Flywheel's moving nicely. Let's get this out of the way. It's idling nice. Let's check out the temperature. We don't want it to overheat or anything.
out the temperature. My gun is acting up. Probably the battery's low, but running beautifully. I'm very happy with it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. RPMs are 500 something. Running good. I like it. Well, there she is. Soon that engine will replace this engine.